Alright guys, welcome to the Dodge Ram portion of a test drive. Today we are test driving a 2011 Dodge Ram Tradesman. Two-door. Definitely could use some air in the tires, but we're test driving it. We're not maintaining it. So let's take her for a rip and see how she do. And I'll give you some specs on the vehicle. I should probably fix my mirror. All I can see is tailgate. There we go. And that one over there is garbage. There we go. So we'll just take her down this way here. Go for a little rip, see? Well, she really doesn't take long to get a little bit of power into her. It's got the 5.7 liter V8. The Hemi, if you will. I'm trying to figure out how to change the fuel economy thingy, but not exactly certain. I don't know too much about the vehicle, except for it's got a big engine, 5.7 liters of go time. I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour right now. It doesn't even feel like it because, I don't know, I find when you're sitting in a car, your speed feels different than when you're sitting in not a car, like when you're in a truck. But this thing here rides exactly how I like it. You know, she's the steering's really like compared to the Ford, I find the steering's really loose, like exactly how the Sierra was. I don't mean loose as in I'm turning the wheel and I'm not going in the direction I want to go in. I mean, like, I could drive this. I just reached down for my fucking shifter on the G6 and it's not there. I mean, as in, it feels loose, as in, like, it takes fuck all to turn the wheel and to get the truck to go to where you want it to go. Like, the wheel is really power assisted properly. And I don't know what they use for power assist on this, if it's electronic or the old pump and fluid style. It's got a nice heads-up display. It's letting me know the tires are fucking needing air. It's got a nice radio over here with satellite onto it. Looks like somebody already paid for the satellite. This thing was just traded in November. It was an old codger who owned it. And not an old codger, sorry, it was a, well, I'm gonna say a guy my age. Basically a guy my age, has a girlfriend, knocked her up, farted out a baby, loves his Dodges, loves his Rams, and decided fuck it and bought a four-door version of this, if you would. Well, a modern one. So he traded this in, and this was his baby. If you're wondering what that thing on the glass is, that black thing, that's just something the dealership puts on there. So when it's driving around right now on my bulletin board, people are seeing this as a Farquhar truck driving around, and it might drive more business to them. But you know what? This thing feels pretty good, except for that service engine soon light that's on. But that's probably a warning indicator for the low tire pressure. Not getting any weird smells, and she's not overheating, so that's a good sign. Okay, that's water temperature. What the fuck is that one down there? Oil pressure? That could be oil pressure. But all in all, she's running pretty damn good. What do you expect? It's a frickin' Hemi. They only have two options for these things: gurgle gas and run good. It's got the AM/FM CD player with MP3 decoder, auxiliary jack for your phone. I'm not seeing any USB or any syncing abilities like the Ford had. But the one thing it's doing that the Ford, one thing it's not doing that the Ford didn't do or did do, is its Ghibli bits are not laying on the road behind me right now. So that's pretty good. It's actually keeping all of its guts inside of it. And it's a nice freaking truck. It feels really good to drive. I'm not getting any weird smells. The Ford had a sick smell to it. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Didn't really care to investigate in case I found something I couldn't explain and, you know, I had to cry myself to sleep at night. All in all, this truck is pretty decent. I'll show you on the outside there. I'm just looking for a spot where I can pull over, park it. Probably could have done it right there in the Home Repo freaking parking lot, but whatever. We'll just take her out and peel around for a bit and see what we can see. Now it doesn't have that much gas. It has just under 1/4 of a tank. Okay, well, these guys are giving her. But all in all, she's pretty decent. Oh, lay out of the hole shot. She's pretty aggressive. Didn't take long to get up to 60 kilometers an hour, let me tell you. You barely have to tap the gas to make this fucking thing rip tit. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Oh, it's even got a battery gauge on it. Well, fuck, that's mint. How come more trucks don't have battery gauges and tire pressure sensors? Oh wait, they do. It's just my car doesn't because it's fucking old and decrepit. Yeah, all in all, this is not a bad ride, people. I could totally see myself owning this and paying $1 million in fuel just to keep it on the road. The mirrors flip up. Okay, I'm getting a interesting sound out of the tires. Probably because they're low on pressure and I'm currently wearing them down. Alright, we'll take her to the school over by my place. There's a place over there where it's pretty quiet. And that way there we can get a good look at her. Hopefully they're gonna let me in because I'm fucking doing her. It's not my vehicle, so. So it's got cruise control, it's got remote keyless entry, it's got auto start, all the stuff the Ford didn't have. The one thing it doesn't have is the aux switches over here that no idea what they did. Or that mysterious sound of metal on the pavement as you're driving. It's got the intermittent shift thing here so you can go put her in manual mode and gear shift it like a, well, like a manual. It's got an 8-foot box over the 6.5-foot box on the other one. It's got a tow hitch on it. A receiver ready to go. I just got to buy the ball. It's got the fuel economy of a Sherman tank. I don't even know what the fuel economy is. Like I said, right now it's in eco mode. Whatever the fuck that means. Probably running on 4 cylinders for all I know. It's a 2011. I don't know if this engine is that multi-displacement whatever, but I do know the tires are low on air. And I like that the computer tells me that because sometimes I'm lazy. What I do find funny is the numbers on there. Now it says 241, 241 on the front. And it's in kilopascals, not pounds. And I usually go by pounds, so I'm hoping there's a setting in the computer that'll let me change some things from imperial to metric and other things from metric back to imperial, but not all the way. Like, I like having my liters per 100 even though I don't know how to select that. I just pressed every button on the dash here to try and do it and nothing really happened, so oh, there we go. So right now we're averaging 20 liters per 100 kilometers. Distance till empty, 90 kilometers. Probably doesn't help that I'm currently boot scooting on tires that are friggin' not happy with me. And I like how it has the live read of the liters per 100. That's pretty cool. It's the small things that excite me. The small things. Here, we'll take it over here to the school parking lot. Then we'll get out and I'll show you around. We'll get a good look of everything. There is room over there. No? Yeah, maybe. I don't fucking know. We'll go over in the back area and park it and then examine. Then we'll take her back. Maybe see if they're willing to wheel and deal on this. He's willing to give me $400 for my car because they're only worth about $500 used, and my G6 is a potato, so when he sees it he might give me $2 for it. Anyway, let's get out of this, park this thing, park her right here. This is good. Put her in park. Also, anybody who drives a Dodge, you've probably seen these, but this is your key. So it's got auto unlock, lock, panic button, and your 2 press to roll it over and start it. So it's got remote start for the winter. That's fucking sweet. 4x4 selector. Typical stereo. You got your C keys. Oh, it does have Bluetooth. Oh, well, shit. I was not aware. Single disc MP3, decent. It's got the auxiliary here. Not seeing any USB ports, so that's fine. I don't know what neutral is all about here. Neutral, have to look into that and see what that does. You got your 12 volt DC. 12 volt DC. You got 2 cigarette lighters down there. Your glove box. Pretty basic, pretty basic. Power locks. Mirror with a power button on it. Don't know what that does. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It does something. Probably auto dimming mirror, I'm assuming. You got your controls over here for your wipers, your door controls, unlock, lock, auto up and down for the windows, left and right mirror control, the thing I couldn't find yesterday on the Ford. Yeah, all in all, this is basically Adrian's truck without the back seat. Bug it. Let's get out and take a peek. So as you can see in the door, you got a decent amount of storage capacity there, plus the big cup holders here for holding your Hortons. And if you don't want that open, close her up. Not a big deal. You got a decent cargo container here for holding camera gear and whatnot. And I do believe it turns into a bench seat in case you want people sitting next to you. No running boards, so getting in and out of this thing is a bit of a fun option. But if anything, it kind of, like, it needs a wash, obviously. It's fucking filthy. You can tell that tire's low. You can tell this tire's fine. Looks like it's been undercoated a bunch of times. And that's what he showed me here, was the guy took so meticulous care of it. He got it undercoated every year. And you can see the plugs where they filled the galleys and then cupped her up. 8-foot box. Decent box liner on it. Pretty good. It's all there. Tires are tires, fuck whatever. He did point out this big dent here in the bumper, but honestly, whatever. We'll talk him down in price, see what we can do. I'm not too concerned about a little bit of love on the bumper area. It's got the receiver there, and that looks like a good receiver, so it should be able to hold decent. You got your towing shit all right here for your different trailers and stuff. Cool, cool. Over here, nothing really much. That tire needs air. That tire could use some air. I'm not seeing any marks or any scrapes. Underneath is all undercoated. Here, I'll show you. I'll get you off my head there. Take you for a tour underneath and just show you the underpans. And that way there I can look at it on the review and see if it actually looks as good as I hope it does. Yup. And something I didn't do yesterday that I'm going to do today is we're going to pop the hood real quick and take a look at the power plant. If I can figure, what the fuck do you do? What is this? Oh, whatever. How the fuck do you pop the hood on this thing? Oh, that's great. Oh, there it is. Well, there's a gadget underneath the, looks like he had a problem with the deers. So we put those on there. And I'm not even sure where the latch is on this. There it is. And there is your 5.7 liter Hemi in all of its glory. And you know what? It's got a fucking battery warming blanket on it. My goodness, where did this thing even come from? Fucking none of it? Jesus. So I'm assuming it's got a block heater on it, because why else would you have a battery blanket? You don't have a box heater, unless that's just the way Mopar covers up their batteries so if they explode they don't go anywhere. AGM battery, max voltage. I don't know. She's pretty good. So 2011, it's not a 2013. She's a little older, 5-speed. Automatic, obviously. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to take this thing back to them. And there's your brand spanking used. Perfect. I'm going to take this thing back to them and we're going to talk some numbers. Alright guys, I'll leave it here, so let me know what you think of this pickup. I think it's pretty fucking sexy looking. I like it. This is probably like my #1 contender once I figure out that tire. Other than that, you know, a wash and wax and this thing would be the cat's meow. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Anyway, people, I'm shutting her down here. Thanks for watching, and peace the frig out.